Should be live. Boys, can you hear me? Can you see me? Is anyone here? Let me post this on Discord just in case. We are back at it. Despite the pain yesterday, we are back at it. But no more Manchukuo. Today I actually had one last hope for Manchukuo. Okay, let me find the stream 1 second. Let me post this on Discord. Open the stream on my phone and we are there. Just 1 second. Alright, all good. All good. So boys, I gave up on Manchukuo. Yeah, that's the idea, Master Dane. That's the idea. That's what was requested. So that would be the primary idea. Oh, I may need to fix the positioning of the chat because my head is on top of it, isn't it? You cannot see the chat. Wait a second. Let me see if I can adjust that very quickly. I didn't notice yesterday. That's not a great position. Vegeta! There you are. No, Manchukuo, I had today for 1 second I had hope and I thought maybe it's the faction rule. Maybe if we change the faction rule, we can become independent. No. First of all, there is no faction rule for that. Second of all, we cannot change faction rules because unless we have more influence in the faction than Japan. So, well, as you can very well imagine, that's not a thing. That's not a thing that is ever going to happen. So now this chat, let's move it up a bit. How about we place it up here? Let me just see if the chat positioning is no longer behind my big head here. Or maybe it's my fault. Maybe the camera is not positioned correctly. Just 1 second, boys. Let me check one thing. Yeah, there is something wrong here. I should be more in the middle. Okay, now that's better. I don't know if that's helpful for the chat at all. But yeah, but now the chat is up there. It should be better. It should be better. Okay, let's get going. Again, I know nothing. So we are starting from 0 with Greece. But I already feel like it's going to be better than Manchukuo. I mean, it cannot be worse than Manchukuo. I will kill myself if it's worse than Manchukuo. So I did take a very brief look at the starting situation of Greece, which is not great. I'm not going to lie, it's not great. We start with a lot of terrible modifiers, and I also took a very brief look at the focus tree paths. So I know that if we want to go for Byzantium, it's right here on the left. Yeah, I lied a bit with it. But I don't know anything else than just a very quick brief look at the focus tree. So Byzantium is down here. So if we want to become if you want to go Byzantium, is here. And then on the right side here we have the communist path. We are not going to explore that. And here we seem to have the fascist path. I'm a bit sad that we cannot go for the fascist path. But maybe there is a chance of going fascist Byzantium. That's something I want to explore. Now, what worries me the most at the moment is if I go into territorial expansion, I only see 2 claims. Turkey, in basically all paths, we have a claim or war goal on Turkey. And then I see Bulgaria in some paths. And that's it. I don't see any other war goals. So there is only, and for the Byzantium one, the only one is Turkey. Now, Turkey is guaranteed by Romania, so by attacking Turkey, we should be at war with Romania as well. So that means we have options for expansion against Turkey and Romania. The main issue, though, is what happens if we cannot turn fascist quick enough. Because as non-aligned, as you know, the game is as fucked non-aligned countries, so you can no longer justify claims. So that's a no-go. So it looks like if you go down the Byzantium path, you only get a claim on Turkey and you get to annex Romania with it, assuming you can defeat them. If we can turn fascist quickly enough, then I have a couple of ideas for fascist. The easiest one would be Bulgaria. Bulgaria would probably be an easy target, and then it would make taking down Romania a lot easier. So Bulgaria, Romania could be a good idea. And then Turkey should be fine. The other option, a bit trickier to achieve, would be Yugoslavia. Now with Yugoslavia, there is the guarantees problem, but if we time it well, I think at least France is out of the way at some point. I don't know if Czechoslovakia is out of the way at the same time or not. But yeah, so maybe Yugoslavia, Romania, Turkey, or Bulgaria, Romania, Turkey. Then maybe we can go after nationally Spain, and that should be fine as well. So maybe we can take that. Turning fascist would be very important, so we avoid issues with Italy. We join the Axis. And then if we join the Axis and we take these countries down and Spain down, we can possibly get to the UK. It would be awesome to take the Benelux as well, but I don't know if we can do that. Probably not, actually. I mean, I assume the generated war tension will be too high after invading Spain and Bulgaria. But if it's possible, we can go for the usual cheesy justification on Dutch East Indies and Belgian Congo after Spain, and then go from Spain to here. And then we can try to naval invade the UK. Now, something I noticed that is very, very good is we have access to the early heavy ship. This is awesome. This means that our navy setup should be easy. And how is the coal situation? Good question. We have 0. That's no, we actually have 1, and it is being exported. But we have the needed one because of the default generated energy. Later on, we'll have surely coal problems. Where is the coal, by the way? So the only coal we have is here. By the way, that's a good question. So if we invade Yugoslavia, we do get access to some coal. And if we invade Bulgaria, not that much. And Turkey, there is some in Turkey. And then Romania, there is some, not much. Yugoslavia would definitely be a better target in terms of resources. That's for sure. Czechoslovakia has a lot of coal. But yeah, but let's not get ahead of ourselves because we still start in a very, very tricky position. Okay, so in terms of the politics, we are tied because this one wants to be a Byzantium run, so we need to go down this path. We don't have many choices here, so it's not even worth exploring the other ones. Even if they are better, we're going to do this one. Then we have the economy path, which is down here, and the military path seems pretty bad. I mean, I guess this one is okay-ish. But yeah, I don't think there is much to see in here. Oh no, this one I quite like, but yeah, all 70 days focuses, it's quite a big investment. Navy, I mean 3 dockyards for 35 days is not bad. We'll see if we need that. How many dockyards do we have? 2. Yeah, we don't have a lot of dockyards, and we don't have the greatest of navies. I don't know if we can take... we can actually invade Turkey though from here. If we somehow manage to take the land, especially Izmir, I don't know if that's possible with the straight crossing. But if we can go to Greece, sorry, to Turkey without naval invasions, that's better. Then with the Turkish Navy, the Greek Navy, the Romanian Navy, the Spanish Navy, and some default created empty early heavy, we may be able to get to the UK later on. No, Greece did not get an update. Greece did not get an update. Thank God, because everything that got an update is worse than before. So I'm glad, and I hope that they don't touch Greece at all. In fact, this focus tree, while you can clearly tell it's very old, to me it seems already better than something like Manchukuo. So what I wanted to say is, yeah, naval invasions may be tricky, but if we can turn fascist, we should be able to solve the Italy problem. And I was taking a brief look at the templates. This Mountaineer template is very good. Greece starts with an awesome template. Like, this one is almost perfect as it is, to be honest. Now I'm thinking about adding some line artillery. We'll need to think about what to do here. The options I see to boost this one. So I think going Mountaineers is okay. Now we also start on Grand Battle Plan already, which is awesome. And I'm thinking we can go Desperate Defense with our first sub-doctrine to fix the recruitable population, which is quite tough for Greece. So that seems okay. And then we can go for a tip of the spear here, so we can increase the capacity for mountaineers. Maybe, if we go for mountaineers. Then we need to add some firepower to this template, I think. And the easy option would be just to go for some line artillery. That always helps. The other option would be to go for some SPGs. Either proper SPGs. For that we would need to research the interwar tank, the medium tank, and these two artillery ones. Doable, probably. So proper SPGs with mountaineers sounds like a good way to go. Alternatively, we could do shitty SPGs, like super cheap SPGs made with the interwar light instead of line artillery. Just we make it the cheapest possible SPG to make it work with line artillery. We can give it a, instead of line artillery, we can give it a look later. Hi bro, what's up? What's up? So let me see. Granted, I'm running games over China. There seems to be it's better to add MIOs to the actual equipment, losing a little production efficiency at the start, or just to the production lines. So in here, you mean adding it here as well? So the thing is, I usually cannot be bothered doing that, honestly. So I usually just add it up here because it's too annoying to go into the individual production lines. But overall, I think, yeah, it would be probably worth adding it to both. It would probably be worth it. Though I am not entirely sure in this case. We also start with only 2 military factories. Now, the main question here will be, I think, a very simple one, and it's when do we want to rush these focuses, and when do we want to go economy? And also for economy, we have 2 options here, which we need to take a look at. Also, we cannot pick this one right away. I think we need to arrest the king, right? Let me see. No. It's not acting. Yeah, so we need to arrest the king, and then we need to wait for this event to end. It's 25 days. So we basically have time for one more focus, and I think we can go for this one. So I'd say we start with this one, and we put the king under arrest. Then I liked it, the fact that we start with 3 research slots. It's generally enough. We probably don't necessarily need more than 3. And I think we are going for the... I think we're going for the usual ones. In this case. Because we don't plan to be at war super early. In any case, we cannot get a claim super early. Where do you live? I live in Tokyo, Japan. Vegeta. I am the Senate. Okay, then let's take a brief look at our terrible modifiers. So there goes our population by factory output, by political power gain, terrible. Consumer good factories, this one is not terrible, honestly. We'd lose all of our resources, but not that bad. Honestly, not that bad. Consumer goods factories factor 40%, that's pretty bad. And then the debt, that's a 30% consumer goods factories factor, and to get rid of it, we need to keep paying it off, I think. And then George, but George is about to leave us, I think. Oh, weekly stability -3, well, that's pretty bad. Yeah, so we definitely want to complete this one as fast as possible, I believe. And then let's see the difference between these two. So, this one seems really, really, really good. Because we just improved relations with France, UK, Germany, and Soviet Union, and we get, how many is that? 4 countries. We get 4 sieves and 4 meals. That's insanely good. That's a hell of a 70 days focus. Like 8 factories. So I think rushing this one would not be a bad idea. And also this one seems pretty good. Minus 10% consumer good factories, and we get free trade. Since we don't have resources anyway, at this point we go all resources to the market and we just import everything we need. So this one is very good in my opinion. What do we have now? We're already on export focus though. Okay, then maybe not. I mean, I'm not entirely sure. Stability, okay. Infrastructure's not so okay. Political power, research speed is okay, but not great. What about this one? Ooh, well, this one is good. I mean, okay, this one is very good. But it requires all of the following. Wait, what's all of the following? So this one and one of these three. Okay, so that's quite investment to get there. 2 civs, 1 mil, okay. Stability, political power, consumer goods factory, that's pretty good as well. Oh, partial mob. Don't hate it. Yeah, there are some very good industrial focuses in here. I think there is a lot of good stuff. The problem is all 70 days one, so yeah, I don't know when exactly we can get them. That's a hell of time in Europe. Yeah, I know. So that's for these random test runs. I can do these streams when I wake up, when I have time during the day. And then when I have the important live streams, I do them at night, late night for me, so it's a decent time in Europe. Bedrock, what's Bedrock? I also need to check this one later. I noticed a bug in Megali Idea Focus. Have you heard about it or experienced it? I don't know what you're talking about though. Is it focus in here, somewhere in here? I don't know anything. I haven't tried anything. So today we're exploring for the first time. Right side. The bedrock of Balkan financial stability. Okay. I'll check this in a second. Do you know about Venizelos dying whenever? I know something about... I know he dies during this path at some point, but I don't know when. So we need to find out. So let me see the right path here. Because in the end... so what's the other option here? It's the same outcome, right? We get rid of that thing. No, it's not the same. Wait, remove that. This one is replace that. Minus 40 plus 5% research speed. Minus 40. That's it. Then you get some size for something. No, wait a second. No, that's not minus 40. That's just removed. Okay. So the outcome is basically minus 40, but here you also get 5% research speed. And that's it, basically. The rest is basically the same. Okay, let me see the other ones here then. So here we get more factory output, right? But we lose 15% stability. Here we get 30% factory output, so that's a 5% more factory output. That's also 8% more recruitable population in exchange for the consumer goods factories factor and political power gain. Okay, then... this one is useful probably to repay the debt more quickly. So not terrible, I guess. And welcome to the tier 2, man. Thank you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Eidemur. Sorry. You get your own MIOs on the right side, so you don't have to deal with being at war with whoever owns them, which sometimes disables them. Wait, these are not my own MIOs, the ones that I have now? Oh, that's true. Okay, so I'm using other people's MIOs. I see. Okay. Is there anything good at all? Fiat is the best one, probably. But reapproachment with the Italians, I don't know. Yeah, this one gives both thieves and mills, but I think in here there is... where is it? This one here. So this will give us off-map civilian factories. So that's only thieves, not mills. But you get them for each country, or every country in the Western, Northern and Eastern Balkans, and also Austria, Czechoslovakia, and Turkey. So how many countries is that? So 1, 2, 3, 4 probably. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'd say that's probably 8 countries that you get. So that would be something like 8 civilian factories. 8 civilian factories versus 4 civilian factories and 4 military factories that you get here. Thing is, you get this one much faster. I don't know. This is historical, so we need to see when the timing is important. We need to get this before then. Do I lose those off-map factories when those countries capitulate? No, I don't think so, right? I don't think that you lose them, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so this way you go towards free trade. This way you go towards limited exports. Now, with a country like Greece, when you don't have the rule in general is when you don't have resources, but we actually do have resources. When you don't have resources, it's better to go free trade, and when you have resources, it's better to go not free trade. Although free trade is very annoying to manage, so in general I don't like free trade. Well, we need to explore a bit because what we need to figure out is exactly the timing for the wars and to see when if we have time to complete these focuses and when we have time to complete these focuses. And I don't know exactly when in here you become fascist. I know you can become fascist, but I don't know exactly when. Here is the war with Turkey, though. So here is the claim on Turkey. The war, not claim, the war on Turkey. And I think it may be here that you become fascist, if I'm not mistaken. So that would be, this focus is quite fast. This one is not fast. So 35, 70, 70. That is decent. Okay. Research speed. And here we become fascist. We may want to rush... now, say that we go left path. Say for now, assume that we go left path. We can rush this one. This is also good. So we rush this one, then we rush down this path. Don't know if we should get this one first, but we need to think about that. The Megali so we need to also do this one then to become fascist. Wait, 140 days? Or does it become shorter at some point, or is it really 140 days? That's pretty annoying. That's insane. Okay, look at the templates though. The infantry template is also awesome. I mean, coming from Manchukuo, this is a very solid infantry template. The only problem is we cannot afford to have it. We don't have the guns, we don't have the manpower for this. This is an awesome template. So if we decide not to go Mountaineers, we can easily go for this one. The cavalry is the only one I don't like because we have this cavalry recon, which makes it more expensive. So later on we need to create one for occupied territories. Now we start on civ economy, right? So we go for infrastructures. Let's see where. Here we have only 2 slots available, but it's probably still the best because of the resources. Yeah, most likely yes. Though here we have more building slots. Here we have the most building slots, but no resources at all. Let's say we go infra in Attica. And here, what I would really like to make is empty heavies. As soon as possible, I want to make empty heavies. So maybe... we even have cruisers, actually. Okay. Do we actually have the modules to make it a decent cruiser? We don't have the best ones. We actually have modules to make a decent cruiser, but I don't think we can afford to build it. And I don't think it makes sense. Let's just very briefly check one thing. Battery. Fire control. Oh, fuck, I always forget that I have my phone there, so I cannot check. Okay, let's do some math here. 1 second. So this is a 2242 divided 142. Okay. I actually should do the opposite thing. Wait 1 second. I need to divide naval dominance by IC, right? Yeah. Yes, definitely yes. Okay. So 142 divided 2242. Okay, so that's 006 dominance per IC. Now let's look at the empty heavy, but I'm pretty sure the empty heavy will be better. May also be worth taking a look at this thing. I don't even know what this thing is. Let's take a look at this one too. Battery and here. Ah, this is some kind of weird. Yeah, you can already tell it's bad, but let's take a look anyway. 292 divided 5577. So here we have a 005 instead of 006. So that's worse. Finally, let's check the most likely best one. Wait, is it... wait a second. So... I cannot remove it anymore. Okay. Ah, we just need the battery here. Wait a second. So that's it, right? That's it. Okay, so here it's 439. It's clearly the best. 439 divided 5655. 0077. So clearly the best. So for naval dominance, we want to build this stuff here, the empty early heavy, and we just need 5 navy experience. We can start right away, so we can have it is built the whole run. I think it's a pretty good deal. Out of curiosity, just give me 1 second because I want to see this one as well. 40 divided 678. 005. So yeah, that's also bad. Okay, so clearly the only option, good option here is for the dominance is the empty heavy ship. So what I would say is we want to train this navy to get to 5 navy experience, so we can start building that one. Let me see what you guys are talking about here. There is a decision regarding an election. You have right now, what I recall was important to become fascist. You have to place a candidate. Yeah, already done that. Don't get invaded by the Roman Empire. Now we are the better Roman Empire. No, that's a crime. I should never say something like that. Do you know the starting pride of the fleet, the Averov fought in World War I and the Balkan Wars? Really? Restored to museum. Okay. So we have this one. Interesting. How is this? Let me see the design. Yeah, that's not great. That's not great. But okay, we don't need to fight with this fleet most likely. Need to think about what to do with the army because we clearly lack although it's currently bugged, but I think we lack the guns. Do we have planes? Do we actually have planes? No. Okay. We only have transport. We have 0 air tax. Still better than Manchukuo. I love that we have the mountaineers though. Well, let me put this stuff here first of all. Okay, what do we do with this stuff here? We delete the cavalry for sure. Then the problem is these divisions are too good. The infantry must be changed into some defensive infantry, some 10 with 12 with defensive infantry, because this one is definitely an overkill. I mean, it's great, but it's an overkill. If we rely fully on the mountaineers, it's better to invest offensively everything in here. If you look at the stats, actually, the mountaineers with 16 with have slightly less soft attack. They have a lot less HP though. A lot more organization. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know, but I am tempted to go mountaineers. It depends how much army experience we can get as well. Let's make a starting save and start exploring this thing. Manchu is fucked, man. Manchu can go fuck itself. That's what happened to Manchukuo. Yeah, no. China. Okay, so Manchukuo is a complete mess, so bye-bye. And No Compromise, No Surrender is, in my opinion, probably the worst DLC the game has ever had. And I don't trust it. I just don't want to see myself working on China to see a patch coming in a couple of weeks destroying my work. So I'm pretty sure they will not fuck up Greece, hopefully. So it's just safer for now to work on Greece than to work to this mess here. It turns out that with No Compromise, No Surrender disabled, you can actually do a lot more interesting things in here. But I don't want to make a guide about No Compromise, No Surrender countries without No Compromise, No Surrender. So let's see. Maybe with the patches they don't break more stuff, they fix it. I seriously, highly doubt it. But we never know. Okay, let's go, boys. It's time to find out something more. Maybe, though, we want to... I don't know, maybe we want to train these guys. Let's train these guys at least to regular. Then we'll think about what to do with the army. Let's go. So we run out of fuel in like 2 days, but that's enough to get the Navy experience we need. So we can now make the empty heavy. We don't want to upgrade it, so this is good enough. So we don't have the steel for it. That's a bit annoying, but at least we have the chromium. And here we clearly need more guns, but we also lack the production of support equip and trucks. I'm assuming we obviously don't have any rubber, so I don't know if it's worth making trucks or not, but... Could be something like this, the production priority. And I guess we do import. Let me see what you're talking about. I mean, in 1936 it was already at 26 euro. Yes, it makes sense. In 1910 must have been very good. New faction, we can make factions more dumb than before somehow. Yeah, no, it's a disaster. It's a complete disaster. It's a complete disaster. I could see the potential in Manchukuo. They just had to let me become independent without the independence war, or they had to let me win the independence war just by kicking Japan out of Korea. Or probably even better, just by holding my core land for a bit longer. But capitulating Japan is just a not very funny joke. Okay, so what happens here? There is the election. It's very much non-aligned, and the faction... Because I need to understand what to do with this faction system, so... They become indifferent. That's nice. I don't think we should interact with this stuff for now, because if we're going fascist, we probably shouldn't do it now. So now say we get something like... now where is the good one? There was a better one somewhere. This one. I see. Who gives us the discount? Why do we have a discount? Ah, this Epic Dude gives us a discount. This guy is very good, but he will die. So we need to probably take advantage of him. But this one is only available while democratic, so I don't know if it's... no, and then it increases the democracy support, so it's pretty bad now. Changing the laws is incredibly expensive. Changing these ones is fine, but I think we can do it manually later on. This guy is super expensive. And not very useful. And I also don't remember seeing this guy at some point, so maybe he disappears. The fascist one is cheaper. But we need an army advisor though. Should we make the monarchists friendly then? It's very expensive. Very expensive. What does Crush do? Does it remove them or what? Maybe. Maybe. The idea is to try Byzantium, yes. Oh, finally we get some nice music as well. True. Now we can start repaying the debt. So repaying the debt takes forever. It is a plus 10% resources to market, 10% consumer good factors, factor is a factor, and 25 political power that you get back though, or not. No, you don't get it. Don't get it back. You need to do it 4 times for each. Is it even worth doing this, or should we just ignore it entirely? What does the debt do? So it's 30% consumer good factories factor and 10% stability. If it is just for the 10% stability, I would ignore it. 30% consumer goods factor is pretty annoying. Oh, it's random. That's not great. I wonder what we should do with this. Repay it or not? Because 60 days of extra 10% consumer good factories plus, let's see how many times. So it's 4 for each, right? So back with the calculator here. So it's 240 days to get rid of one of them, and we have 3 of them. So that's 720 days. So that's basically 2 years. It is 2 years to get rid of the debt entirely. 2 years in which we have an extra 10% consumer goods factories factor constantly. To then get rid of the 30% one. Yeah, I am tempted to ignore it. It's also consumer goods factories factor. It's not consumer goods factories. So let's see how much actually we lose because of that. The idea would be to ignore it. Then we can think about it a bit more. But I do want this guy soon. We need to befriend the fascists. Well, let's first of all, let's go for this one, right? Ah, right. Romania doesn't guarantee us anymore, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I see. So if we go for this one, we get... what are we now? Now we're democratic, okay. Light SPG Space Marines. No, if we do the light SPG, it's probably not going to be Space Marines. It's going to be the same as line artillery, but with light SPGs. But we'll see. We'll see. No, I'm thinking whether it's better to rush this one first, though, and then go down this path. Here we get the monarchist friendly. Okay, now let me try to go down this path first. Let's say we take an improve worker conditions for now. Let's just see. We need to explore a bit because for now it's difficult to tell. We're still training the navy. Yeah, the navy we cannot really fully train it, so I guess we stop it. One boop, not sure yet, but better than Manchukuo for sure, yes. That much is easy. Just exploring for now, seeing what options we have. Byzantium, yes, it has to be Byzantium. So one boop, what would you recommend doing with the debt here? I was thinking about completely ignoring it. I don't know if it's worth repaying it. It takes 2 years to repay it, a lot of political power. And for 2 years you have the plus 10% consumer goods factories factor just to get rid of the 30% one after 2 years. Doesn't seem good. You get the benefit when you don't need them anymore, as much anymore, probably. I also wonder what crushing these people does. Yeah, it cannot be worse than no compromise. The only way to get something worse than no compromise, no surrender is probably to go for a Graveyard of Empires. And I'm not even sure it's worse. It's probably similar. What do we do with the techs now? Maybe the guns. So this makes the communist go hostile, the monarchist friendly. And right now the monarchists are indifferent. And if we get the monarchist friendly, then what can we do? We can do army offense maybe? No, we can do army defense. I would prefer army offense, although that's a lot less experience. And for this one, we need the Republicans to be friendly. That's a lot of army experience, but I don't know if we can keep him. And the division speed is useless, kinda useless for now. I saw that the option for bulk paying is right here on the right path, right? Maybe with this one it's a bit more worth it, I'm not sure. So here we get a lot of factory output, but right now we don't have any factories, so I'm not entirely sure about that. Okay, let's take this one because it's 35 days and see what happens. I think you can get rid of it with the fascist path, like down here. If I was looking at it somewhere in here, and I think in here it was possible to get rid of it entirely. I forgot where. It was somewhere here. But not with this fascist path. But let me see if making these guys friendly gives us a bit more options. Okay, we do get more options here, and we get the army defense. I think we are more likely to remain friendly and loyal with the monarchists than with the Republicans, although I actually honestly do not know. Are the Republicans for democracy? Who knows? Well, let's explore a bit. Do we get any negative modifiers with them down here? Not clearly shown, but probably yes at some point. A recruitable population factor 10% is pretty nice. No, say that we go down here now. Let's explore that option. I said let's pick this guy. Let's start picking something. Not yet. Okay, I like this one. This one we are likely to be able to keep. No. No. Yes, but not now. Okay. By the way, do we have any construction negative modifiers? No. All good. All very good. So communist hostile, it's a minus 15% stability. I want to crush the communists. That would be nice. So that makes them disappear forever, I believe. Let me crush the communists. Can we send volunteers? No, probably not, right? I cannot crush the communists. Because I need to be fascist. Or non-aligned. Okay, not crushing the communists then. Which is probably fine, we can probably ignore them. The research priority will have to be changed at some point for sure. But now I want this one. So okay, France, UK, Germany, Soviet Union. Should be easy enough. Then if I rage quit again, we can play some more Total War Warhammer later. I even prepared a thumbnail for it. I don't know, I feel more hopeful with Greece. I probably would need trains at some point. And also tanks. But now we don't have the production in any case, so it doesn't make that much sense. Hope for what? Greece is amazing food. I love Greece. And I miss it so much because I used to spend my summer vacations in a little island near Samos. But now I'm a bit far. Okay, so I think here we're done. We are... did we get the... Oh, yeah, look at that. I mean, 4 sieves and 4 meals with 1 focus. That's a hell of a 70 days focus. That's awesome, man. That's absolutely awesome. And yeah, this one is probably better in terms of sieves. But we would have needed 3 more focuses to get to it. Possibly good ones, though. Wait. Wait, for this one, though, we need to have partially or entirely paid off the debt. So I guess you go this one, then you pay some of the debt off, then you pick this one, then you pick this one. It's a lot of political power, too. It's not terrible, but I don't know. Okay, so now I don't think we need to go free trade, although we could go free trade as well. It's only 35 days. These are all 35 days focus. Why do you people complain about the old focus trees? It's plenty of 35 days. Very good ones. And partial mob. Not bad at all. I don't hate this. I don't hate this option. We need to check some timing, but let's try to go down this path. We get something new here. I mean, this guy will be useful, but not now. Although we should probably get them before this guy dies, no? If this guy is going to die, we should probably get the good ones before he dies, so we have the discount. And yeah, the plan for now is to ignore the rubber. I don't think we need rubber that much. No, my man, he's dead. See, that was a good idea to pick that advisor. Just got a very nice discount. But he is dead. Well, our war support is not doing great. Not doing great. Not going to lie. But okay. But now we can switch. Where is it? Is it okay? No, we need war support to switch to this one. We cannot pick it now. We can also choose between these two. Okay, let's see what's here. Oh, nice. More military. 3 military factories. Not bad for 35 days. That's a hell of a nice focus rate. Here it's 4 civilian factories. Damn. Damn, that's good. Well, for as much as I like the military factories, I think I don't think you can ever give up on 4 civs. I mean, 4 civs have a much higher value than 3 mils. So we need to go for the civs here. And then we need to see if there is a way to get back some war support. So nobody here gives us war support. There is also this option here. Okay. Yeah, I think we can do this, definitely. Seems good. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, sieves. Yeah, sieves. Boys, we need war support. Any ideas to get us some war support? Anyone gives us war support in here? Or maybe... Oh, this guy gives us... Yeah, but communists. We hate communists. It's not gonna happen. Wow. Yeah, that's what happens with free trade. That's what happens with free trade. That's why I don't particularly like free trade. -1 for everything is particularly annoying, because there would be a total of like 5 civs to get back this stuff. So maybe we ignore it. I think we take the... I think we take the lower production penalty because of lack of resources. I mean, overall free trade gives us a plus 15%. I think that's a plus 5%, and we get a minus 5%. So it's basically the production is the same, but we get some other bonuses, so it's probably better. When we... Let me see, did I miss something? Attaché Spain. Not a bad idea. Can I do it? I can. No, because, yeah, I can. Thank you. That's a very good idea. Which Spain gets more? Which Spain do you think gets? Probably this Spain gets more stuff. Let's do this one then. Wait. Do they have strategic reasons to be hostile to us? Why? What do you mean? We don't have strategic reasons. You heard me when I said I wanted to invade you? What about, maybe because we are democratic, that's probably why. Yeah, that's probably why. I know I hate to be democratic too. I'm changing. I'm trying to change. I'm sorry. Let's get the tools. Okay, so to this Spain we can, to this Spain we'll never be able to. Probably. Okay. Okay, 15% is still not enough though. We will need something else if we want to go for mobilize the economy. What's this one instead? Base stability 5%, 15% political power gain, 15%. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. What about this one? Actually, this one is not that good because we can pick partial mobilization on our own when we have the required war support. No, we cannot because it's incredibly expensive. Why is it so expensive? What makes it so expensive? This thing. This thing. Okay. Well, the combination of those two. I see. I see. I see. Spain. I was talking about another thing, Spain. I'm not going to invade you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Look at that. Finally some coal deficit. I was looking forward to it. Exciting, exciting. Yeah, so I am not entirely sure about this one, although I like it. But the political power gain may in the end pay off the choice. It's probably better. This is probably better, to be honest. What do we get down here? One dockyard to sieves. One mill to sieves. We could go down this path. Yeah, at this point I am a bit tempted to go all the way down here. It's not that many focuses that we need to pick. I don't know about the timing though, so we'll need to check. Let's try to go down there and see what the timing is when we finish this stuff here. And also we would soon need to start making some military factories, I believe. Yeah, 6-6, not terrible, but we don't have building slots in there. Maybe it's better to start building mills after this. Let's try. So for the lack of power, what do we lose here? Power is so fucking bad, stupid coal. One sieve for one coal? That's probably worth it. Yeah, we did that already, one move. We got the sieves. That's an easy one. Ah, cool. I'm out. I don't know what to say anymore, but it's stupid DLC. It's insane. It's fun how we just played Germany. We just played Germany, 2 runs as Germany, never touch goal. Never seen it. Not one time in the whole run. Then you play as a poor miner in 1936, you struggle with everything, you need to waste 1 civilian factory to import 1 coal. Awesome. Awesome mechanic. Stability is doing very good at this point. Look at this ugly shit here. But of course, I think I have the feeling that we're investing way too much in. Now, maybe at this point, if we want to make tanks, we need to go for tanks. Only medium tank designer. Medium tank designer is not that good. So who is this? UK. Well, Germany. We are much less likely to be at war with Germany. So okay. And we got. Okay, let me see actually how helpful this is. It seems very helpful, honestly. We get this stupid shit. We need this stupid shit. Yes, we maybe do. That's just where I wanted to spend my research. Just right there. Awesome. Supply hubs. Do we need a supply hub? Do you need to use that thing? Could it be helpful? Yeah, I guess it would not be terrible to make to have a supply hub in this area. So I guess we can actually switch to at least early mob. Very expensive though, like very expensive. If there is any other way, would probably be better not to do it. What do you mean another HOI4 streamer? If you wanted to get more, you can do the other side path, pay off the debt, and then you can get up to 13. Wait, 13? Really? I was counting less. 1, 2, 3. Oh, fucking hell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where is the why 13? How do you get 13? Ah, that's nice, man. That's very nice. I don't know what to do with all of this political power, so let's. I think we have the political power to be able to do this, and it's going to help at least a little bit. I want to see what. It's probably my first time researching this. If it didn't take forever, it would have been better. And I have the feeling it's probably useless. Probably we shouldn't have done it. Now, can we send attachés in here as well? Do the Japanese hate me, or is it okay? They don't hate me. Technically, the Japanese should get more mastery than China. So it's very annoying because you get billions of messages about that, but. Let's explore this path and see how far we are from getting tanks and stuff like that. What do you like? What are you into? You're already annoying me. Okay, who is this? National in Spain. Let's do the trick here. No, what do you mean they accept? Wait, was it that one? Yeah, it was that one. That's not good. Okay, now they refuse. Fuck it. Okay. And okay. Still don't have. Attaché only. Okay, I never tried to send more than one, so it's only once that you get the. Or did I lose the one to Spain? No. You only get it once. Okay. What's up? Oh, Turkey gives 2, Czechoslovakia 3. To give the economy and mobilization laws. No. They accept, yeah, but you just ask them again, and then they refuse. We still cannot pick partial mob though. I actually like the fact that we can sustain our army at the moment. I didn't think we would be able to. I'm too used to shitty Manchukuo to actually get an army. It's already 1937, but not that bad. The amount of times I've seen another fascist lapdog. Why is that Paga event not... Okay, so you get 1 from me see, actually, I cannot see the chart properly. You get 1 from 4 of them, from 50 plus opinion, okay. 2 from Austria, Romania, and Turkey if over 75, and 3 from Czechoslovakia if over 85, according to the wiki. Yeah, that's definitely good. So, yeah, we can, if we go for full economy like we are doing now, it may be better. The problem is, yeah, sieves are great, but we really need meals, and we have limited building slots. So we need to see in the end. We can compare. That's something we can easily do today. So when we get to the end, say when we get to either this one or this one. I don't know if we go for the extra research slot right now, because I think it may not be a priority, but we can go for it. Then we complete that focus, and then we do the other path, and we compare the situation with the other path, and see which one is potentially better. Especially in terms of factories and amount of stuff we produced. PC specs, I need to post them somewhere, and I also forgot what my PC specs are exactly. Let me see, I can send them somewhere in here, in the chat. And I think what you care about the most is actually the processor when it comes to HOI4. Where was it? Okay, so I can do it. I know I can. So that's the processor I have. I have 64 gig of RAM. And GPU is a RTX 4070 Ti. Okay, back to the game. Hey boys, okay. So at this point I would probably rush down this path because it's already late. It's probably already too late, so I don't think we can afford to do all of this stuff. We probably need to give up on something. Let me see exactly what we got rid of. So this is now very good. This is very good. This is very good. This is not very good, but it's okay, I guess. Still have this terrible political instability because of what? Why do we get the war support so bad, and how do we fix that entirely? Maybe we fix it down that path. Well, in any case, let's make a save now. Let's call it echo left. Then let me do something else. Let's go down this path and see what happens. Oh, do we have something good here? This is very good. Were we not supposed to get a concern that gives 10 coal all countries? No coal for us. Bad boys. We have been bad boys. We should get the coal. This one is good. I mean, if needed. Not particularly, honestly. We can go limited conscription though now. I'll be honest though, I expected more manpower to come from here. We are not getting that much manpower. I'll check the war with Turkey though is it's not yet. We'll see, but thank you. Yeah, so we would need this one, we would need this one. So we're still a bit behind. Maybe you can get the radium. And maybe here we go. I think we can go full production output if we can. Reliability is also good, but something like this. See you later. Now I need to figure out what happens exactly down this path. Very happy with the production situation. So these guys are fully trained, that they are dying because of lack of supplies, but it's another story. Oh, okay, so we got the shitty technology that they added now. Did that fix the coal problems? No. No. What did we achieve by doing that then? Completely useless, huh? Another awesome, completely useless thing added to the game, huh? I mean, because we gain more energy per coal, but we don't have coal anyway, so I guess that's why. Oh no, yeah, awesome job though. I must say, the coal management, thumbs up. Yeah, no, it's not. I wish. Completely useless, but especially damaging for miners. That's useless for majors, damaging for miners. Very fun. Very, very fun. Yeah, I'm thinking about the tank situation here, so we would need to probably research these ASAP. But it's very much ahead of time. I don't know. I need to compare it with some of my other guides. Feels like it's probably needed. So it's 230 days. That's too soon. Yeah, no, maybe it's too soon, but let's try. Yeah, that's absolutely disgusting. And the new buildings are useless as well, because where is the resource gain? This one, you build this shitty building, you get 2. In here I cannot. In the other ones it's completely useless. And the factory one, you don't have building. Oh, it's fucking 12,000, while a sieve is 10,000. So most of the time building a sieve gives you better results than building these stupid buildings. These ones are only good in places with a lot of resources and high infrastructure levels with a free slot. It's just terrible. Incredibly annoying to find the places. You need to look everywhere. Now we're Greece. When you conquer half of the world, since these are supposed to be late game buildings, then you need to explore the entire world looking for the fucking places where you should build it. It's just insanely stupid. No words. I am a bit tempted to divert into some maybe SPAA. Maybe. I think that might be a good idea, because I don't know. Yeah, now we have the economy, but I don't know if we have the time to get the tanks in. And we need the anti-air anyway. Let's get the anti-air too, and then we'll think about it. Yeah, anti-air is a must, so we need either the anti-air, the support anti-air, but at this point maybe we can do the light SPAA and fix the problem that way. Yeah, we need the tech. So here we need to rush down as fast as possible, but here we only need one of the 3. So what do we get? Division defense on command, it's useless. Command power modifier, and we go for research speed clearly. Okay. Now here we're starting to be in too much of a deficit. We need to import. So what's happening here? Okay. So the fascists don't like us. Let's see. But I like the fascists. Why don't they like me? Why don't they like me back? I need to see what happens down there. We can also befriend them probably in this way if needed, but I'm not sure. But we lose a lot of stability if we do that. I guess we don't want to do that. Yeah, okay, the economy-wise, we are not doing good in the sense that we have too much of an economy at the moment. I know that sounds weird. We don't have enough stuff to produce and we have too many things. True that we can recruit more divisions, of course, but I'd rather have better divisions than more divisions. The other thing I want to make is a new template, though. Let's create an empty one. I think it's cheaper, probably. Not entirely sure. That's probably not cheaper. So for a def, I would do something like this. That's 60. How about we duplicate this one and yeah, that's cheaper. Okay, so we can do something like this and make a def. We still don't have manpower at all. Okay. You can't avoid it. Which part can I not avoid? Making the fascists my friends. I mean, I want to become fascist. So now we take everything that increases the fascism support, I would say. Like this. So if we go tip of the spear, that's something I wanted to check. If we go tip of the spear, can we make more of these guys? We can. I love this template. This is so good. It's awesome that you start with something like that. So how many can I change to mountaineers? Ooh, that's nice. Really? No, there must be something wrong. Okay. Oh, really? That's a lot. Hey. It's a bit late, by the way. We need the claims a bit faster than this, so we'll need to rethink some of the initial part of the strategy for sure. The fact that we need one of everything is extremely annoying, but okay. I cannot pick anything in here, okay. We also have a way too much political power, so that's something we need to consider at some point. We still don't have very useful people in here. And here, I don't know if this guy is worth it, or the Grand Battle Plan 1 for the Mastery is better. Probably this one, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure what you're talking about, Cosine, but I'll get there. I'll probably understand when it happens. So you said something about this? This is okay. I need to ally with the fascists. No, I didn't see the Discord. Let me see the Discord message. Or strat, but yeah, but that's not a problem for now. We'll think about that later. Yeah, first, okay, yeah, definitely. So we become damn, but this is 140 days. To become fascist, do I need to complete this focus, or can I become fascist before this focus somehow? No, what? Do it. I need to do it, huh? Ah, true, it bypasses. True. Okay. You are right. Oh, we have some epic Alexandros Papagos. Nice. Okay. So, okay, so now we can become fascist, right? And the timing is not very good. We need to speed this up. I think we gain more by becoming fascist a bit earlier. I'm not sure we are entirely ready with Greece at this point. Ready for Turkey at this point. Maybe we are. Did we build the supply hub in the end? We did. Yeah, I don't know. June 1938. It's possibly not terrible. Can we join the Axis? No, but well, we need to become fascist, of course. I have some very nice generals in here. I thought this would be offensive, but okay. Right. That's my attachés. Mussolini will be fine because we join the Axis, so we'll not be able to be attacked. Yeah, Byzantium. I know it's down there, and that's okay. But what I'm wondering is, well, probably switching some of the order here, becoming fascist a bit earlier, because if we want to justify, we have the advisor for the faster claims, though. Where is he? I also want the fascist one, possibly, maybe. So now I think there would be some time to pick another focus down there or something like that, but okay. Timing for the tanks is also a bit messed up. Okay. Fascists are friendly. You can ally with Germany, then you support strategy. Turkey put troops you destroy. No, yeah, I don't know if I want to do the Portuguese. We'll think about it. I think we may be able to take Turkey down, honestly. But we can see. We can see. Why do you want me to cheese Turkey? If it's possible to win without cheesing, I usually prefer to do it without cheesing, but then we'll see. I don't think we're going to fight Turkey in any case. Okay, so this is the one. Definitely these, and we become fascists. That's it. Very good. No, Italy will not arrive soon. Why would Italy attack me soon? Italy doesn't attack me until 1940 in theory. So let me see how long it takes. 160 days. Did we pick the guy? No, we didn't pick the guy. Or did we? I lost the guy. I lost the guy because it required some friendship that we don't have anymore, I guess. The Republicans are friendly or loyal, that's why. I see. But we cannot make them friendly. You have to build a port in the northeast to cheese it. Oh, Total War 3 kingdoms. No, I think the I don't particularly like kingdoms. I much prefer Warhammer 3. Yeah, I mean, certainly we have nothing to do with the political power, so yeah, I would say this is good. It's a bit funny that the new fascist government is befriending the communists, but it seems definitely worth it. You can both befriend them and crush them at the same time. Interesting, very interesting. It's probably we should have gone for this, or at least partial mob at this point. Yeah, the problem is free. Yeah. Then it's if you got it for free, it's always worth it. 160 days. I have the feeling it's way too late. Though we do have the option to go for Yugoslavia. That's even longer. Bulgaria makes more sense. I mean, Turkey, Bulgaria, Romania would be easier to take than Yugoslavia. Yeah, and then we can definitely take Spain. We can most likely take Spain. I just have the feeling that we are a bit late with the timing. No, Yugoslavia is not guaranteed by anyone anymore at this point because it's late. So no more Czech guarantee. Will they? Do they have the option to go through Bulgaria? I think it's time to test the other path though, and see the comparison in terms of, at least in terms of economy. Then we'll check the timing again. I don't know if we played very well, it's maybe fine, but it depends also a bit on how long this takes. And the other thing it might be worth doing is creating an agency and getting at least one collab in Turkey. Otherwise, Turkey can be a bit annoying to take down. I know China is being requested, but China is a mess with no compromise, no surrender. So I'll go back to it when Paradox fixes the mess they made. Yeah, I think, boys, we test Echo right now. So now we basically would be at the point where we go to war with Turkey. No, it's already the agree fascist one. Okay, so it's when we turn fascist. Fine. Okay, let's go back. And this time we are exploring. We do the same things, if I remember them now. Though I see Greece is going to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the spreadsheet for Turkey now. So if you have a tier 2 membership, you can take a look at it as well. Okay. It's good because you can see a point in what we're doing now. With Manchukuo, you just don't see the point. It's clearly there is no point. So let me make a copy of fascist Germany. Need to be patient for a bit here, boys, because I'm creating the new spreadsheet. I'm not going to fully write it down now, but at least part of the focuses. So last time we went for this one and this one, I believe, right? Then we went for the economy focuses, if I remember correctly. Didn't we, or did we do something different? No, I think we did go for this one. Wait, we didn't go for this one last time? I forgot already. God damn it. Yeah, I should have brought it. No, I can check it. So maybe. Let me see. Let me see what I did. I was looking at the focuses for quite a while, but when did I pick them? Here I'm picking one. Ah, you're Italian! No, this is just a game. Ah, okay. So, wow, you're up early. What I need to do now is compare the right and left economy paths before you do anything else. So to do that, I need to pick the same exact focuses that I picked earlier, but in a different order. I want to pick the right path instead of the left path. So that's why we need to go back and I need to do exactly the same thing. The problem is I forgot exactly the focus order that I went for. So I'm going back in the stream and try to figure it out. Then we do the same thing. Then we can change them around. Bring home the exiled Republicans I did. So I guess... okay, so I did this one. Okay, that's correct. Let's continue. then it might not be optimal, but we'll figure it out later. I think I also did improve worker conditions at this point. And I stopped training the Navy, and I started making the empty heavy. No, I was already doing that, fuck. But stop training the Navy was correct. Really, Kosai? That's awesome, man. Come to Japan, come to Japan. Japan is cool. At least for tourists. So yes, it may be correct to not pick this right away and instead go at least initially for these ones, but I don't think that's what I did last time. But I'm checking. If I don't do exactly the same thing, then the comparison is not really valid. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, we picked the second one too. After this one, we started picking the economy ones for sure. We need to write down things, so I need to slow this down. Yeah, ANA is the best one. It's expensive, but if you can afford it, that's the best airline. And there is the direct flight from Milan to Tokyo. No, I think I probably need to write down the spreadsheet properly here. Otherwise the comparison will never work because I'll keep forgetting exactly what I was doing. Well, I'll still do it live, but you will need to be patient because this takes a lot longer. We restart again and I start writing down what we are doing. Including the beginning. Let me also rename this at this point. This is bad cover because it's expensive. Doesn't have to be written properly for now, but at least the basics. So we're building infra in Attica. Okay. Don't waste political power until you become a Machiavellista, because those are better. The best is arriving at mid-industrial focus and then rush Turkey and justify Bulgaria. Yeah, I had that feeling too. We get more or less half of the industrial tree, then we rush fascist Turkey and Bulgaria, and then we go for Romania, then we go for Spain. That seems to be the path. And then I don't know if there is a way to go Benelux as well, but probably not. Then we join the Axis and we invade the UK with the navy we have been building. That's more or less the plan. Now we need to work a bit on the details, but I think the plan is basically there and it seems decent. So let's write down the military production. We have SUP 1. Maybe, guys, what I can do, because otherwise for you it's too boring. And since you're watching the stream, I think it's fair to show you a bit of what I'm doing at the moment. This, I guess, makes sense. I just need to remember... Wait, one thing. Let me see one thing. Yeah, window capture. If I put it at the bottom and then I turn off the game capture. It's probably the same thing. I'll still forget. Okay, of course this is the German spreadsheet, so down here it's all messed up. This is all Germany, and now we're working on it. So for now, let's write down the focus priority that I used. That's not the definitive one. Devaluating the drachma. Is that the way to spell drachma? No. No, not drachma. Drachma. Okay, what researches do we go for? The usual one. So electronic basic construction, that makes sense, I think. But these ones don't make sense. We need to rework these entirely. Okay, the military production. So we want SUP 01 because this we don't have yet. So maybe, yeah, it's okay though. Proc 2, okay. We do like this. Then we do art 1, inf all. And naval is up the empty battleships. It's PCA because it's supposed to be... Wait a second, let me see one thing here. Yeah, actually we should use the battlecruiser armor, not the battleship armor. That's quite important. So, and do I still have it saved somewhere? Yeah, I do, and it's using indeed the battlecruiser armor. So that was a bit of a mistake. Let's remember that next time. Not a massive difference, but it's a bit of a difference. And now you're not seeing the game, of course, but... Fixed trade, I don't think we need to fix trade. Okay. Army setup, we'll think about it later. Rename and train, okay. Air, we don't have any. Navy, admirals train until... I don't remember how much XP. It's a bit more than what we had because it's a battlecruiser, not a battleship, but more or less something like that. This is done. This is done. Okay, then we go for Arrest the King, and then we go for Improve Worker Conditions. Probably those are the first two moves. Let's remove the spoilers about Germany down here. I mean, spoilers, the guide is out already, but the spreadsheet technically is not for everybody, so... Okay. Back to the game, but I will keep working on the document. I will probably not show you all the time. For the army setup, we are just training them for now. That's okay. I just want to train the Navy a little bit more to change that. Shoo. Bless me. Okay, battle cruiser. Now we good. Worker, okay. And now we go, although I'm not entirely sure this is optimal, but we do this one first. Bring home the exiled Republicans. Yo, what's up, General? Welcome. One question, in Japan, where do you buy PC hardware, from Amazon or shops like Italy? I actually bought it from Amazon US because it was cheaper, so I had it sent over from the US. Technically, if you go to some stores, local stores in Japan, you can find some cheaper deals, but I don't know, Amazon was easier, and Amazon US was cheaper, even including the fees to send the package was cheaper than Amazon Japan. And we need to stop the Navy training. We need to write it down. So we'll do this after improve worker conditions, I would say. Stop train Navy. I wonder if in this case we should start repaying the debt, or we should wait for this, what is it, for this one first. I'll wait for this one this time and see what happens. Now I remember why we went this path, because we wanted, we went down here because we wanted the advisor. Probably not needed, but that's why we made that choice. Then here I'd say we go for the guns up. I tried Fascist Brazil as your advice and it's really broken. I take all North and South America and defeated all world with Axis. I know, that's when focus trees used to be fun, you know? Those old times where people could have fun with the game. Yeah, that's it. Nowadays, no fun anymore. Nowadays you just import coal, you play with broken paths. You get into endless wars with Japan, you don't do naval invasions anymore. When you do them, it takes forever. Yeah. And the funny thing is, people complain about Trial of Allegiance. Compromise with the monarchists. Okay, let me write that one. So the reason we went for this one is now we have access to some advisors, like... what was the one that I liked? Like this one, devoted corporatists. What was it? 112 political power. Yes, 112. And then we were also picking the army defense in the end. Which one did we pick? I think we picked the army defense. Yeah, because we didn't want this one. Ah, no, we picked the war industrialist before the guy died, which makes sense. Now we go down this path and let's explore the right one. Force the farmers into factories. What do you think about knock-on price on surrendered path for Japan? The best overall, yes, the only good one, but it's also the only non-DLC one probably. Wait, OneBoop, what are you talking about? Just did the focus and got as many high resolutions. You can default. Put a screenshot. Explain what are you talking about? I missed some parts of your reasoning in there. The factories that you get, you're talking about, or something else? Concentrated one, okay. I think other path is more good. You directly get 4 sieves and 4 meal. I know, but in here you get a lot. Apparently, that's what I'm trying to find out. But apparently here you get a lot more sieves. You don't get the meals. So I am also overall tempted to go this path. Especially if we don't do all of it. Because here you could technically stop at this point, right? Then you don't necessarily need to go free trade, which is also not particularly good. So we can go just the first 3, and then we go full left, and we get some very good starting sieves and meals. So this is a good idea potentially. So let's see what happens down this path. Then we compare the two and get an idea. In the end, that's the only way to know which one is better. It's to manually compare them and see. So now I would go for army defense, although technically I would prefer army defense before the war industrialist, so let's swap them around. Other focus that requires relations with France, UK, Soviet and Germany gives more factories, I think. No, it looks like it gives less factories. It certainly gives less factories. Now, people were talking about this one as giving more overall factories. Not even just one per country, that's the thing. Like by default you would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But apparently you get more than that. So that's a lot of sieves. But you don't get any meals. Sieves are more valuable than meals, but we still need meals. So we'll see. Let's find out. Let's figure it out. Turkey joined the Allies. No, Turkey shouldn't join the Allies in theory. Did you reload maybe or bugged it somehow? For the first time a couple of days ago. Nice. Which path did you go for? And you can also default on the debt when you go fascist. I'm not sure if that would work with this run, but I'd be curious to see. Wait. When you go fascist, you mean which path? Like here? Yeah, we're not doing this for sure. See, I now forgot what we did at this point in the previous one. I think we maybe went to construction with the next one. What did we pick here? It would probably make sense to pick support weapons. Would make more sense to pick interwar artillery. I'll pick interwar artillery. It's not what I picked earlier, though. I'm pretty sure about that. Now the Byzantine fascists, it's 200 PP to default on debts. When do you get that? When do you get that event? Okay, 1 second, boys, then. Let me check that very quickly, because we have it. Where is it? Where is it? So here I'm fascist. You say I can do something with the debt. Where is it? Am I missing it somewhere? I don't see any default on that. the way, what's down here? We didn't explore this at all, because this is not very good. No? But this is very good. No? This is okay. No, I didn't pay any. It's at 0 paid now. I need to be at war. Let's give it a look. Let's give it a look. It's not irrelevant because if you can do that easily, it seems to favor the left path, since this right path requires us to pay back the debt. So I want to see the consequences also of doing that. Okay, so here is a war with Greece, so you say now we can. I don't see the debt thing anymore. No, is it not? I don't see the debt thing anymore. I don't think there is any issue with no, but Romania, I'm happy about Romania. Yeah, so let's see if it comes a bit later. Since we are here at this point, I also want to briefly try and see if it's easy to push them. Maybe, or maybe there's something down here. Let's see if it's something down here, maybe. Doesn't look to be here. Maybe that's not the best idea.
Συνεχίσατε! Δώστε τους να καταλάβουν! Διατάξτε! Μάλιστα, νικητά!
That's a bit annoying.
Εμπρός! Παράγγελμα! Εμπρός! Κουνηθείτε!
We cannot push them that easily, it seems. Without cheesing, it might be... I mean, we need to plan it a bit better because this wasn't really planned. Also, we gave them our supply hub in there by doing this stuff. But yeah, I don't see... Oh, here it is. I don't know how we unlocked it, but here it is. Illegally default on our debt. So what happens? Unintended consequence, we're gonna... let me try. So no more debts. And what happens? Where was the debt thing? It's gone? Or am I not seeing it? I think it's gone. Okay. That's interesting. Ah, yes, I also... we're not going to do it, but I also wanted to see if we have enough stuff to get the dominance in case we need it. Say that we do something like this and do not engage. Just give me some money. Just want to see if it's possible to get enough dominance easily. If we can get naval invasions done, it's much easier. No, yeah, easily. Oh, okay, so naval invasions are not a problem here. You can get them. Okay. I think we can actually get some of their army stuck in here, and then we can go with naval invasions, I'd say. Like, pushing from here, of course, would not be the best, because it's a shitty piece of land. And because we built a supply hub and then we gifted it to them. Especially with the... since we built a second empty heavy, the dominance is definitely not a problem. So I'm pretty sure with naval invasions we can manage. It's not easy to naval invade Turkey, and it's a bit late, so we'll need to do it a bit earlier, ideally, but it's okay. Yeah, okay, so I don't understand what the consequences are of doing what we did. I don't necessarily see consequences. So at this point, technically, what I would do if we were to play it a bit better is we could set some divisions here to protect the supply hub before losing. We could use the rest of the army with some infantry and our good mountaineers to plan some naval invasions. Let's see. Let's give it a quick try. Wait, do we have the naval invasion tech, or do we actually need to research it? Oh, we have the basic one. It's good enough. We could do something from... it's actually often better from here, but let's say we go from Greece. And if we keep these two islands, it's a lot better. So we would have probably some divisions keeping these two islands, assuming we can keep them. Yeah, I did it. I still don't understand exactly what was the requirement, though. I don't know if the requirement was to be at war and it just came after a while, or whether we actually needed the next focus. Doesn't look like we would need that focus, but yeah. Yeah. Also, by the way, while at war with Turkey, we can keep picking some of those industrial ones. So that's one more reason to focus primarily on these ones, or first on these ones. 50 awesome days spent having fun. I don't think this naval invasion can succeed now, because we already wasted quite a bit of stuff. But let's see. So technically, what I would do now is you cancel these and you send them manually there. Easy. Okay, now we are going to die here, but it's okay. It's this is still the best, I think. We need a bit more divisions, I would say. A few more divisions would be helpful. Then maybe a collaboration government also would help. Yeah, we're now stuck a bit. And I don't see Romanian troops. So Romania is at war with us, but I don't think they can go through Bulgaria. Actually, they are not helping. There are not Bulgarian. There are not Romanian troops in here. Yeah, I'll leave them the islands. If needed, you can Portuguese in here too, I guess. And then I don't know if we would go for more mountaineers doctrines. Probably yes. Let me see one thing. No, okay.
Έτοιμος διοικητά. Βαστάτε γερά.
Yeah, okay. We're not fighting this now, but for an unprepared, completely random setup, I do see the potential to get this done in a reasonable amount of time with some more optimized divisions. And clearly the production is also not optimized at all. We have the manpower. Seems good. Seems good enough. So, okay, what we can... The conclusion and the amount of political power gain is absolute. I've never seen so much political power. I think this is the highest political power gain of any country in the game right now. Yeah, so now here we have nothing to do. It's true that we could be going down at this point here, because this stuff is very nice. We could also be going down here to maybe get the Mountaineers. Not awesome, but okay-ish. Probably you get some, yeah, like organization recovery rate. That's nice. This is not very nice, but okay. This is terrible. This is okay, I guess, if you go for medium. Yeah, nothing too great in here, honestly, but okay. We have that one. Okay. Fine, boys, fine. Finally something we can do. Was losing hopes. You just need not to play not to play Graveyard of Empires and not compromise, not surrender, and the game can still be fun. Of course, if you can roll back, I would love to keep the new doctrines and delete everything else from the free update. Naval system I'm okay with. I don't love it, but it's arguably more realistic. Although the naval invasions, the dominant system is dumb, and the fact that it's so RNG is annoying. Not in this case, but when you try to invade the UK, it's pure RNG, and that's very annoying. Good, so now we are still exploring the right path, but unless it's awesome, I'm saying that the best way will be to go here, get our factories right away. We maybe don't go free trade at this point. Instead, yeah, I see why we went here though, because it was so tempting with all of these 35 days focuses. That's what Trick does. That's what Trick does. Maybe though we could have stopped like after this one. Thing is, this one is also very good. There was a reason to go to rush that. It depends what we need to take down Turkey. It depends a lot on that, but let's continue. Okay, let's go. You caught Turkey, so which what do you mean by that? I think now we want to go for construction too. You are also at war with Romania, yes, but that's okay. So the idea is if we can get somehow the claim on Bulgaria before the other ones, it would be ideal. We can puppet Bulgaria, unless we can core. We probably can core Bulgaria, not here, but if we can core Bulgaria, then we would need to annex them. But puppeting them is usually awesome, because Romania tends not to defend this front against puppet Bulgaria, or not as much. So then you can rush from here. But once you take down Turkey, you can also go for a naval invasion from this side, and it should be okay in the end. Justify war goal, yes, but we need to flip fascist a lot faster than we did. So we're going to explore that path. Not sure if now, but we're going to explore that path for sure. What's this? MIO is another very fun thing to interact with, of course. Were we looking for something else at this point? So the guy is still alive, but he may be dead at any point here. And the only discount we get is from these guys, but these guys are not particularly useful because we lose this one anyway when we flip fascist, so we don't get the justify war goal time reduction. One question, maybe you can reply me on new Navy dominance. Today I was playing Fascist USA, and usually also if I click the yellow gear for naval base, navies didn't go automatically in the new sea zone. Now the gear, if you mean this gear icon here, it doesn't send the navies automatically in the new sea zones. It just sets them to the closest possible harbor when you assign them to the sea zone. So if we assign this navy to patrol in here, and we click the icon, they go to Samos because Samos is the closest to this region. And if we click here instead, they will go to Patras because Patras is the closest to this area. But clicking the automat doesn't automatically send them. It just changes the closest naval base. If that's what you mean, I'm not sure. If that's not what you mean. But then it remain in Japan. Then I have no idea. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's bugged. Wouldn't be surprised at all. Any tip for the Ottoman achievement? Which is the Ottoman achievement? Is it for which country? Because I actually don't know. How do you get your game to pass time? Yeah, just a good processor and max speed. And thank God I have it, because otherwise making my guides would be pure insanity since I need to keep restarting. Austria. What do you need to do? Well, let me look it up very quickly. Okay, Austria. Achievements. Ottoman. As Austria or Hungary, led by Otto von Habsburg, control the starting states of Austria, Hungary, Czechoslovakia, Romania, Bulgaria, Greece, and Turkey, as well as all the states in Scandinavia. Ah, that's easy. You can just follow my guide. Just follow my guide, man. Go with... either one is fine. Probably Fascist Austria, I would say, is probably the best one for something like that. Let me find it. I can link it here. So what I would recommend though is you do a mix of my Secret Austria, because Secret Austria has the best strategy, and you remain non-aligned with Otto. Let me copy it here. So this would be my, I don't know if you can click it from there. Probably you can. This would be my Secret Austria, but you can use that strategy with my Fascist Austria, which is a little bit older. I prefer the new priority, focus priority in the Secret Austria one, but Fascist Austria is probably better for what you're looking for. Ah, no, wait, Fascist you don't get Otto. No, never mind. Forget about Fascist. Let me remove this. No, stick to Secret Austria and don't change, of course, Otto in Secret Austria I switch to the other guy from some other country, I forgot, but don't do that. Do you have a guide for the Philippines? No. I don't have a guide for the Philippines, but I don't think I'm making one. I don't know. Not entirely sure how fun that looks. It has potential, but I'm not entirely sure. Can you do some runs without any DLCs, just base game? I'm having trouble as Germany with USA, and I'm playing the game without DLCs. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I even put it, I think, in one of the last polls, but not enough people voted for it. But yeah, my idea was to do another run with Germany, but recently I have been doing a lot of Germany, so maybe in a bit, in a couple of months. Another run as Germany, but with no DLCs. A step-by-step guide, an edited version, fully for new players. Yeah. In any case, I would recommend buying the subscription to Paradox, to my channel too, but to Paradox, and so you can use all DLCs. Even if you just play the game for a couple of months, at least you do it with all DLCs, and the subscription itself is not as crazy expensive as the rest. No, actually the game without DLCs is pretty good. I have, by the way, 1 second, guys, then we will continue. But I have a run for you. I want to show you. It's a bit old, but other than that, it's totally fine. So look at this here. So this is a run for my Roman Empire, Italy, entirely without DLCs. Give it a look because I actually enjoyed that run more than playing with DLCs. Sometimes playing without DLCs is better than playing with DLCs. No, why? Why do you what do you hate about no DLCs? I mean, of course I miss something like the tank designer a lot, but no fucking MIOs? No fucking MIOs? That was lovely. Now there is stupid call, unfortunately. I wish they put call with the only DLC feature. Then I would disable the DLC and play without. Guys, let's play, or we are still, or we are stuck here for the whole day. I forgot what I was doing at this point. What was I doing? What was I doing? What was I doing? What was I doing? We didn't pick this stuff. I don't know. Let's continue. Okay, but we're getting these. So now if we want to go down this path, we probably need to do the large debt. Okay, let me see how this works. So it's twice 30%, okay. Half. Okay, so we need to do it half of the amount of times. It's insanely expensive. The other problem is we cannot pick the next one until we paid something. But we can go for Greek autarky. So let's pick Greek autarky for now. And we are repaying the debt, like, okay, large debt. This would have to be on cooldown, of course. Let's go. Yeah, the guy's dead. Sad. I think we sent the attaché. That's what we did around this time, right? So we don't have the political power if we do that. Okay, so we have a bit of a problem with political power if we follow this path. Oh wait, can I not do it twice? So I can do it once large. Let me try. But then I need to do it twice small still. And is this enough? No. Yeah, partially I paid it partially. IFC, is it somebody different? No. So? No, the sieves, we said the sieves. Okay, let me see a bit more because I'm not super excited about this one. Yeah, the call is the most annoying part of almost every run at this point. Let me see if we unlock this one now. Yeah, we did. Okay, so a couple of them and we're fine. Need to also do this one. This is useful because this priority we're going to keep it in any case for both of them. So tools up, probably okay. I hate MIOs so much. Okay. So we picked Greek autarky and we picked expand our tobacco industry. Okay, now we're picking this one that doesn't do much. Okay, we can do the large one again. So okay. Concentrate it up. Will now hate me. Which countries are those? I don't give a shit, I don't give a shit, I don't give a shit. That's awesome. Perfect. Yeah, so I would say I'm definitely leaning to completely ignoring the debt. So this part where we paid off is okay, but I don't see a problem to pay debts early, and I think Italy and France one is cancelling. How is it cancelling? Paying the debts is incredibly expensive if you look at it. No, actually, that's not true. No, yes, it is true. So right now that we are doing it, we get this stuff here. So we get an extra 30% consumer goods factories factor until we pay them off entirely. So that's a long time with the extra debuff. Okay, but this is the main point. So if we go down this path, is mainly for this focus. So now we need to figure out exactly how many civilian factories we get with this one. We need to be careful to do it to improve relations with all of them. Let's see what the situation is. So nobody particularly hates us. Yeah, Bulgaria hates us very much. Why? They're bad neighbors. Only Bulgaria hates us a lot. Okay. So at this point we would pick the focus here. Improve relations with all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, actually. Did I miss any? Screenshot by accident. Type. See. Yeah, there is also the problem that we completely run out of political power. Do we get enough? We do get enough, except for Bulgaria. And do it again. It was already at maximum, right? Yeah, so it's useless. Let me see how much political power that is us we said 8, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 80 political power plus the extra one. That's a lot of political power. Okay, time of truth is coming here. So how many civilian factories we have right now? Right now we have 14. Just in case, I'll also take a screenshot of these. Can compare it more easily. Okay, let's go. Yeah, so we got 26. Between 14 to 26. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, but it's also late. It's a difficult choice. We do get us a lot of political power back at this point. We didn't need to pay it off entirely, though. That must be said. If we did it, I forgot how much we needed to pay off. Maybe just a couple of them, right? Some of your messages. No, step back is the most important one, I would say. I think the consequence of the defaulting that decision is basically just okay, we talked about that. So you must consider that we also, this path brought us to limited exports, which means a lot less output overall. Less problems with trade, clearly, with imports, but a lot less output and research. I mean, I don't care about anyone hating me because we are declaring war on France and the UK, so we don't care, and we are joining the Axis, so Italy can do shit even if they hate us. Whether they hate us or not, it's completely irrelevant. So that they can defaulting it is not a problem. But one argument could be, well, you can go down this path, you can pay off a little bit of it, just 100 political power. And then you still get 14 factories out of these 14. What was it? 13 sieves instead of getting 8, 4 sieves and 4 meals. And obviously 13 sieves is better than 8. Either way, we can compare now because the biggest issue I see at the moment is, yes, we have a lot of sieves, but they are also a lot less efficient because we lost the possibility to send the attaché. I mean, we can still send the attaché to Spain, but they are probably not going to last much longer, but we'll send them the attaché. So what did we do at this point? Did we switch early mob or not last time? Because last time we had so much political power. This time we have less political power for sure. In any case, we need to go down this path to keep the consistency with the last one. So let's go down this path. And here I think we went for desperate defense. But yeah, you can see our military production is much behind compared to before. Thieves will be probably good in the long run, but early on... Yeah, we picked this useless one last time, but we're not going to make the same mistake. Instead... probably the radium. The radio. Let's go. Let's still go for desperate defense here. Wait, of course we need to go that one, right? Yeah. We surely get full of civilian factories, like completely filled with civilian factories by going down this path. I think we just paid a little bit more than we should have, but more or less we can make the comparison with these. Okay, so there is also that one, but we did say that the attaché doesn't give you more, right? We came to that conclusion, I believe. I'll check the chat in a second. Give me a second here. I don't remember focus, but Italian debtor cancelling agents are here. Yeah, in Byzantine, yeah. Tobacco industry focus, which gives you more. Yes, bro. I looked the membership files and don't see a Sweden guide. No, I don't have a Sweden guide yet. I have Finland, only Finland for the guides for now, for the Scandinavian countries. Is it already time to go artillery? Ah, no, the interwar tank we don't have. Fuck. Probably should be earlier. Okay. Do you remember if we switch to early mob manually? Guys, can you let me know? Need to check it. I also think we at some point switched to limited conscription manually. It's probably less of a needed thing. Any chance for radio propaganda? No. No, because the war attention is fucked. I need to check. Unless you remember, I need to check. Okay, I found the place easily. Bye, General. See you next time. Thank you for watching. So yeah, here is when we sent the attaché to Japan. I found that part. It already changed here. Where was it? Was it a focus? I cannot find it. What? It's simple. I can 1 minute and I have civilian, and the next minute I have. But I must have done it manually. It wasn't a focus, right? Ah, here it is. Here it fucking is. Okay, found it finally. Okay, it was manually done. Do it manually again. So early mob, 225 political power or something like that. Yo, welcome to the tier 2 membership, man. Now you can check the guide as I'm making it, the spreadsheet as I'm making it. Also, we lack some. We had some infrastructures in there. It was at 60%. Where was it then that we got the infrastructures? Ah, this one. This one gave us a couple of infrastructures. Actually, they were kind of convenient to have. Okay. I missed this one. Rejuvenating agents. And I also missed the previous one. Encourage tourism. If I had to buy any 2 DLCs out of all of them, easy. No Step Bag, buy Blood Alone. This is going to be the Byzantium path, although for now it's mostly about the economy. No, La Resistance. I mean, if you want to, but it's not needed. By Blood Alone and No Step Back are by far the most impactful on gameplay. By far. Like, not even a debate about it. Okay, boys, I think we are at the end of Echo Right. This is what we were doing. Yeah, it's the same exact date, so we can make the first comparison here. We can make the first comparison. Let's do it, and then we make the second comparison when becoming fascist. That's the other important one. So, let's start by comparing the amount of factories we have available right now. I'll take a screenshot here too, just in case. Let me also make a save. Not a save, but rename the screenshot. 1 second. Echo Right. Alright. Now let's go take a look at Echo Left. First of all, 33, 628, but I'll check it again later. If I take out the allies as Germany before USA joins, do I focus on the USA or USSR? As you prefer. I like to take down the USA quickly after the allies, but you can also take down the USSR. The USA is faster and easier to... the USSR will eventually attack you, unlike the USA, but the USA is faster to take down than the USSR. And it doesn't change much. Götterdammering is a good DLC, yes. The pretty good DLC. Okay, comparison. Let's see here. This is only the first part, huh? We're going to be here for a while, guys. I hope you will not be bored, but this is how you optimize the guide. By checking everything. Okay, I have it here in front of me now. Echo Left versus Echo Right. Of course, this is not the only comparison we need to make. Because it's not only about the factories, it's also about what we have. Now, in terms of factories, right now I would say there is no comparison, and Echo Right seems clearly better. Because looking at it, we have 9 mills with Echo Left, we have 6 with Echo Right, same dockyards, and we have 19 sieves with Echo Left, 28 sieves with Echo Right. So Echo Right seems to be miles ahead, miles ahead. The other thing I want to check though is the situation in terms of production of equipment. So let's take a look at it from here as well. This is eco left, if I remember. And then there is also another thing that we need to check, which is the modifiers, which actually are up here. So these are also very important modifiers to check. Let's include them in the screen. There is also the research speed to consider, because this is a plus 23%. Take a screenshot of this too. Okay, now. Though one thing must be, no, let me check one more thing. To go down here, we need necessarily to go autarky if you go right. There is no other way behind autarky. So that's mandatory. That's important because limited exports versus free trade. That's something to consider. Okay, now let's go back to eco right and compare the last few things here. Byzantium is coming, man. Byzantium is coming. Okay, now what we need to check is the production situation to make a nice comparison here. Okay, we got some eco-right production. Let's finally the research speed. And that's the last one. And now, boys, I'll write them down here on the document. So I'll show you what I'm doing here. We can look at it together. The first comparison should have to be the economy itself in, what was the date? Also 22nd of September 1937, okay. No, actually, let's do, it's already versus, so let's do something like this. 1 second. $19 versus 28. Did this earlier, but I'll check it again just in case. So we have 9 versus 6. Okay. And then we have the production efficiency that we need to check. or better, the output. The output is so efficiency is the same. Yeah, we're much higher in terms of. Well, let me see. I like Byzantium, and I have a tactical for forming Byzantium with all cores in 1939. You know, is that how cheesy is that? How paratrooper cheesy is that? From 1 to 10. You defeated the Allies before USA conjoined. Yeah, exactly. But you take Canada, then invade the USA from Canada. Very, very easy. Okay. Let's start with the output itself, which is 55 versus 44, 64 versus 70. Why is it different? Anyway, dockyards 55, 44. It's not particularly relevant. And the military factory output is 70 versus 64. Now let me also take a look at these. We have an amount that could be like... yeah, so we have significantly more of all of the equipment types. It's a bit difficult now to calculate it exactly. We would need to check the stockpiles, not from the screenshots. It looks like we have something like 2,000 and something more guns, about 150 more support equip, and 300 more trucks. Let's also write it down. Then there is also the research to consider. Which is... 4%, 23%. That's quite big. Okay. Let me see what you're talking about. I don't know if my comment went through, Maki, but do you know any good divisions that can actually push Japan in the new DLC? No, I haven't played much as China yet, so I'm not exactly sure. I would say the usual ones, probably the usual ones. Low cost is always, SPAA is always the best low cost one you can get, for sure. Okay, guys, what do you think here? I want to hear your opinion here. So, my opinion is complex. The idea is right seems better. Overall, right seems better. I mean, the research speed is insanely good in favor of left, but we don't have research slots, so I'm not entirely sure about that. So that part is not super relevant. The output of dockyards is more or less irrelevant because I mean we only have 2 dockyards, so actually this one is irrelevant, I would say. The military output is important, but it's only a 6% difference is not that big. Meals is very similar, and Civs is clearly in favor of right. There is one more thing, important thing to consider in my opinion though here. Very important thing to consider, which is that for right, in addition to spending more political power, but we saw earlier we have an abundance of political power, but especially you get these 3 focuses later. Like with left, you get your Civs and Meals here. So that's only 3 focuses. That's a total of 140 plus 35. So let's say after this one, it's 140 days. While here, assuming that we can pay off the debts earlier, so we don't need to actually pick Greek autarky. Because Greek autarky, we still need to pick it later, but we can avoid picking it early. So we stay on export focus or whatever it was. Then it would be, I don't know, how many days was this? Can we see? It's all 70s, right? Yeah, these are all 70 days focuses. So instead of 2, it is 4. So you get it significantly later. So if the idea is to rush Turkey, I'm not entirely sure, because you get less guns and you also get them later. In terms of it's nice to have the extra Civs. Also we got the infrastructures and we are limited in terms of building slots. So we are building with a bit less efficiency, 40 instead of 60% there. And the extra infrastructure in here also gave us basically the value of half another Civ. For me, depending if you are going to conquer early or not, early meals are better than later meals. Yeah. No, I don't see any micromanagement, but I mean, there is not much to micromanage. If anything, left is more micromanagey because you need to micromanage trade, which is very annoying with free trade. I don't think we particularly need the research speed, honestly. Only 3 research slots, and we only need one thing that we are going to get. We are going to mostly ignore planes, most likely. We're going probably to focus on... if we can, I will try to see if we can. I would like to focus on the SPGs. But I don't know if we get them in time. Probably not, because we get them in 1938, probably late 38. But with the SPGs, we probably won't have any issues pushing Turkey. And then Romania, and then Bulgaria, then Romania. So that would be the best if we can. In any case, we need to check one more thing, because now I want to rush again. It's not going to take long, but we're going again to go fascist. And we're going to check to make another comparison, faster comparison when we turn fascist. What's this thing? Why am I researching with a fast designer? What is? This is not the fastest. I'm losing it. Then I'll need to take a break from HOI4 after we are done with this test, because too much work on it will make me go crazy. But okay, let's continue with this one now. Let's say that we go right, so we go for a crackdown on foreign monopolies. I think this is still worth getting at some point, but probably a bit later. This was 35, or this is 35 though. But it requires all of these ones. Yeah. You see, you also get a lot of Civs in here. That's the other thing. Like with this path, you get some meals early, then you still get a decent amount of Civs. But okay, let's focus on it later. Remembering the Anatolian catastrophe. Let's go. What do you want from my life? I don't want this stuff. When did I produce this? No, it's man. What do you want from my life? Ah, we got it from something. I see. This was wrong. I should have sent the attaché to Japan. Let me see what you're saying. But Turkey is easy if you do it right. I like right because you get Turkey anyways. As those late civs are late, but they are great for when you form Byzantium. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I will need to check what. Let me check it now. Fuck it. So what you're doing here is the port strat for Grace is where you make a fallback line in Thessaloniki and then you let Turkey take all those tiles. Then you can naval invade and encircle them and cut them off. Okay, that's not cheesy. That's okay. That's something we can do. You naval invade because here we cannot. Can we go through here? So you naval invade Istanbul. So you let them advance here, then you naval invade this area. You take Istanbul and you push them from behind. One boop. That I would not be against. And then you do another naval invasion here or not? Alexandropolis. But then you have no ports. You build a port, huh? Now I also don't know if we can go through here, actually. No, yeah, we cannot go through here. So you cannot do that. So you build a port in... you build a port in Alexandropolis and then you do that thing. Yeah, okay. I'm fine with it. Well, yeah, everybody forgot how to use their navies. And boys, we are so screwed when Paradox fixes that. If Paradox fixes the Navy AI now with the new Navy system, then that's the end of the game. No more naval invasions, no more playing. Venerate the ancient Hellenes. Which one of these three am I losing at some point? No, who is this guy? I don't remember this guy. Did we get that guy for free somewhere? Somewhere in here, maybe? The cheesy part of that is Turkey would constantly invade Athens, and you leave a pocket open and constantly kill it. That's kind of nerfed for this. I mean, you don't do that. No, they don't naval invade anymore. So yeah, I see. Maybe, I don't know. I'll check the timing. I may play some a bit more of Total War. If I'm not too tired though. And also today I have some work to do, not YouTube work to do later. I was ready to play Total War if I rage quitted, but today probably no rage quitting, so it's fine. Did we get the SPAA or not? No, we didn't. Then, yeah, here we need to make a choice about what we are using. No, we don't have enough time for the SPGs now. So I think the SPAA was a better idea. Did I already send yet a shirt? Did I forget? No, that's okay. I don't care. Yes, you can send several long messages at once. Just yes or no, okay? You can probably send them here. I don't think YouTube deletes them. I'm pretty sure the 2 naval invasions I did behind Istanbul was 10-12 units that Turkey lost. It does make the way longer. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I'm considering what to do with the tanks. I think we need the SPGs. I think it would be good to have the SPGs. And maybe not for Greece, but maybe we can get them shortly after. Anatolian refugees. Yeah, this is the time where we're changing some divisions, I think, with Tip of the Spear, so I'll do that. We could change, if I remember correctly, it was at least 3 of them. I also need to train them again. Having Bulgaria would be easier. Yeah, for that we need to turn fascist, and then and then rush it. The problem is it takes quite a while, so we may need to rethink the whole priority to go for something like that, which is okay. Something I am considering. It's one of the things I am considering. So is the how is the timing here? 121, 184 is pretty bad, but not terrible. What if we wanted to get the radio, but we don't want to get the radio actually for the SPGs because we don't have much breakthrough anyway. Oh, we got something different here than the last time, or am I wrong? Last time we had this one. Or not. Wait. Which one did we have last time? Yeah, last time we had this one. Factory output plus 10%. We needed cooperate with foreign monopolies. So that was this one. So that's another 10% output. Not to be ignored. Not to be ignored at all. What do we get from here, though? From here, 20% consumer good factory is good, not going to lie. 15% military factory construction speed is also good. Yes, we get some good stuff here. Which one is better? Consumer good factories. The thing is, I don't think we have that many. And also, thinking about it now, we probably should wait a bit longer and be able to pick partial mob. I don't know if switching early mob is worth it. And maybe if we play it slightly differently, instead of picking this one, we can actually pick this one and go for partial mob for free and save the political power. I'm not sure if we need to save the political power because we have a lot of political power. But yeah, this is something to be optimized later. Also, maybe doing it after becoming fascist would have been better, I don't know. Because we're about to become fascist. And here we go. Okay, so here we change ideology and wait, what? Did I miss something? Oh no, a bit later. It happens a bit later, right? Right? Did I miss something? We didn't build the port, by the way, but yeah, but we shouldn't because we are checking the meals at this point. One thing that we are much behind with, though, is the production of everything. Oh, no, I really don't need that. Like, it's terrible. We need this stuff a bit earlier because we have an abundance of other things, but we have a lack of this. So we need to manage this a bit differently next time. And also what I did last time was duplicating these. I'm losing it, boys. Why do I feel like we have more manpower this time? That should not be different. I don't know why.
Έτοιμος. Προσοχή.
Yeah, I'm losing it. Okay, finally. There we go. But this guy is epic. I didn't notice how epic he is. Yeah, okay, it's the same timing, so we're good. Everything is the same. Now we make one last comparison of the two paths to get an idea. Well, we can already see something that is quite advantageous, although here I forgot to pick partial mob, so that might have had an impact. We were on limited conscription. We didn't have that guy, we had this guy. Hey boys, that portrait is epic. That portrait is epic. I think we can do this comparison and probably stop for today. Let me see how long the stream was already. I feel like we put down some nice... yeah, it's already pretty long. I need some rest. Put down some nice ideas over here. We started... the lining or the designing what is going to be the... I'm making up words now. It's going to be the future of this one. So, second comparison, though this one is important, so let's do it properly. It is July 3rd, 1938. Okay. Civs comparison. I'd better do it from here again. No, actually, let me do it only once. So we have 19 civs, 14 meals. Sorry, this was the left path. Am I right? Yeah, this is the left path. Okay. 14, 19. I will ignore the dockyard output because I don't think it matters in the end, but the factory output is important, so 77% meal output. Now at this point we'd left, we had too many guns, way too many guns. We had already deployed the army, we had already added to the mountaineers, I think, the SPAA. We had enough SPAAs. So difficult to tell exactly, but we definitely had an abundance of equip. There is one more thing to consider. Actually the extra research speed did make a difference because we were already ahead in terms of techs. So yeah, so that's not something irrelevant after all. Not irrelevant at all, I would say. Significantly ahead in terms of army experience and techs. Okay, let's also check the research speed again. So it's 28% now for left. Yeah, 28%. Okay, now let's go check right and write it down. You'll make a full guide on it, yes. I think so. There is still a lot of work to be done here, but yeah, it looks like something that can be done, at least. Okay, so we're taking a look at this. 14, 29. 14 meals, 29 sieves. 14... Exactly the same. 29. The output is 49%. And the research speed is 9%. Yeah, I'm still not entirely sure. You know, one thing is, when you expand, civilian factories are a lot less important than military factories, because the AI builds too many civilian factories, so you always get too many civilian factories when expanding. It's actually not true that it's better to have more civilian factories, because then later on you can build more, because what you will lack the most will be military factories, not civilian factories, although you can build them faster. It must also be said that our military factories with the left path are significantly more effective than the right path. So we end up having the same amount of meals, but our meals produce a lot more than with the right path. We got them earlier, we got the techs earlier, we got the equipment earlier. So if we were planning a long run, I would say probably right is better. But for a short run, military run, I mean, if we plan to expand early, especially against Bulgaria and Turkey, I think left might be better, honestly. So what's left to do at this point? I can close this. What's left to do at this point is see if there is a chance to take Bulgaria early. Bulgaria is not guaranteed by anyone, and Bulgaria still has some factories. So taking Bulgaria early might be actually the best choice we have available. So say that we go, an example, this, in my opinion, the feeling is, not even an opinion, the feeling is it might be the best path. We go left only up to this focus. Do we get free trade? Yeah, maybe free trade we get. So say that we go all the way up to here. But then the next one is always so good that you want to pick it. No, okay, all the way up to here maybe. Let's say something like this. This is 35, this is, yeah, right, 35. Yeah, 35, these ones. So we get a good amount of sieves, a good amount of meals. Then we rush down this path. We don't go for war with Turkey yet. But we immediately justify on Bulgaria. It's gonna take 160 days. Those 160 days we use them to continue down this path. Maybe at that point we'll be able to pick mobilize the economy instead of encourage tourism, but I'm not sure yet. Then we take Bulgaria, then we should be in a much better spot to take down Turkey. And the advantage of having Bulgaria is also we don't even need to do the naval invasion. We can let them advance here without calling Bulgaria. We leave an army here. And then we attack from Bulgaria. We crush them in here. We encircle and kill all of their divisions. I don't know. What do you think? I see potential in that. I see potential in that. And having Bulgaria already will also... calling Bulgaria though will cause a mess with Romania. But we could still do some stuff. Like we could maybe annex part of Bulgaria. Like say for example that we annex this bit of Bulgaria. And we position our divisions like these. Then we still let them advance in here. And then we push them from up here in any case. Can still work. And we leave this part to be puppets. So Romania cannot attack. So Romania is completely cut out. Then when we're done with Turkey, we plan a naval invasion from here. Then we call Bulgaria. We push from here and from here at the same time. That's the plan. That is the plan. For now. So the next thing I'm going to try is what I just said. So these focuses, then these ones, then I'll check. No, okay, let's do it now. Fuck it. Let's do it now. Quickly, but we only do that. We don't do everything else. We just do that. So just to get an idea of the timing. So let's go back to the start. Okay, the other question I have though is whether we want a political power advisor or not early, and maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we go straight down here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go. It was also the different. We had more population because of this extra 8% that you get if you go down this path, which also gives you a 5% extra factory output early on at the cost of stability. Okay. Will not do anything in terms of researches, because I want to speed this up a bit. No more China for now. No more Manchukuo for sure, probably forever. China, yes, but not now. Okay, so here we need improve relations. Researchers we don't pick, okay. I mean, Manchukuo is disgustingly bad, so... Not Manchukuo itself, it would have potential, but they just didn't make the tree properly. Unless I missed something, but again, I checked one more time and I don't see anything I missed. Yeah, probably we skip this one, especially because it's 70. We said we picked these last two. I'm very sorry because there was a moment yesterday when I saw potential in that path, and it was clearly going right, but becoming independent without the independency word. That would have been very cool. Wait, what is this? Ah, yeah. That would have been very cool. But no. It's no fun allowed. So we are probably going to be behind, a bit behind in army experience. Because we cannot pick the advisor early, but that's okay. Can still send the attaché early. Okay, so now we go full political. We'll get this awesome situation here. Yeah, non-DLC, there is still potential. Let's still do the attaché thing, actually. Ah, but this way we missed the sub-conscription thing. So we need to be careful with that. Now we can pick the guy. Okay. And this one, higher priority. We're already on free trade, right? Yeah, we are. Also, what I'm liking so far about this idea is that we completely ignore most of the shit down here, which I'm always up for. Ignoring game mechanics created by Paradox, not very fun. Now we don't go for Turkey, but we go down this path. And now we can do more. We can pick Mobilize the Economy instead of the other one. Although I'm not entirely sure it's better. Because it gives you partial mob. But we can already pick partial mob at this point. Yeah, so it's not better in my opinion. Can you bypass it? No? No. Okay. Then we got this one. And immediately justify on Bulgaria. Okay. Well, no more attaché. But Spain is about to lose anyway. Let me check one thing very quickly.
Μάλιστα διοικητά. Στοιχηθείτε. Ακούω. Έτοιμος προς αποχώρηση. Διατάξτε. Στοιχηθείτε. Προσοχή! Έτοιμος διοικητά!
Oh, we have an artillery expert. I didn't notice this. Okay, this changes things a little bit though. At this point, I think we are going for artillery actually. I think we're going for line artillery, which solves a bit of quite a few problems. Because line artillery is available from the beginning. And we don't have issues producing it. So we can do some line artillery added to the Alpini. Then we go for the Alpini line artillery build with an SPA AA though. But no SPGs. Maybe that's the idea. I'll give it a look, but I don't hate it.
Στοιχηθείτε! Διατάξτε! Προσοχή!
Yeah, we actually have enough artillery for that. That's nice. Because Alpini or Mountaineers plus line artillery are actually very good. Okay, we got the claim. We're not ready at all. 1 second.
Έτοιμος προς αποχώρηση!
This guy doesn't have very good traits for infantry, so that's something we must consider at some point. Of course, we haven't been picking any techs, which doesn't particularly help us right now, but okay. In any case, it's worth making a save now, because this is the time where we would get the claim, so that's important to notice.
Παράγγελμα!
Oh, we have planes. I thought we didn't. I don't know if we can push them easily. Without tax in particular. Yeah, this is... So immediately we got it. So this is a bit of a problem with going for an early war. It may be okay. In fact, I think we can get something like a war propaganda, and then we get this one.
Κρατήσατε αποστάσεις! Στοιχηθείτε! Εμπρός! Πάμε, πάμε!
I'm a bit surprised they are not last standing, probably because they don't need to right now, but... They are known to last stand the shit.
Δέχομαι πειρά!
Yeah, so at this point, ideally, and it would be the case, ideally we would have capitulated Bulgaria, and we would be able to pick the focus to go after Turkey. But with Bulgaria on our side now, we're being a bit slow, so let's cheat to get an idea of... Oh, I cannot cheat! That's not fair. Why can I not disband it? What do you mean? Why am I not allowed to cheat? Maybe we can win it anyway, but yeah, at this point we would go for this, but I don't think we have enough time right now. No way at all.
Εμπρός! Κουνηθείτε! Διαταγές! Οπισθοχωρήσατε! Έτοιμος! Ακούω! Πάμε, πάμε, πάμε!
Oh, come on. Kidding me.
Δώστε τους να καταλάβουν. Στοχεύσατε.
I need a peace conference just to see if we can take the land as I want to. Okay. Okay, so here. Yeah, my plan would be to do something like this, and something like this with the rest. I also want to check one more thing. How much did we generate? 8.4%. So we probably wouldn't have time for another, or margin for another claim. Also, we need to do something like this if we want to use my strategy here. And then we would do something like this. Defend that. That's a bit annoying. Oh, let's see.
Διαταγές!
What is it that I wanted? Yeah, maybe this one.
Έτοιμος προς αποχώρηση!
And also building their land, which is very good to build actually.
Παράγγελμα! Πάλι στα διοικητά!
We never... Oh no, yeah, we're on limit. Okay. Yeah, okay, so here is the war. They don't join the war, so Romania is stuck up there, which is awesome. Let's see if this works or if it's better to go for a naval invasion, which may be the case. Of course, again, we don't have tax because I didn't get them, so okay, they can take that. I mean, but they are not... Am I missing something here? Or? Ah, okay, they had one there. No, then no, then no. Yeah, so without tax, maybe they push us in here. So you could technically do it a couple of times. Something like a Portuguese strat, except it's not really the Portuguese. Yo, what's so fucking annoying for one? Seriously? Look at this guy. Okay, back to there.
Κρατήσατε αποστάσεις.
Oh, we left that one, that's not.
Ακούω. Έτοιμος διοικητά.
I'm not sure. I don't think this is necessary. If we had a proper army with technologies, the SPAA in some proper artillery in it, I'm pretty sure this would work. Well, I mean, the first time you push them, and it's probably fine. And we also have insanely bad combat casualties, and probably I could have fixed... yeah, then there is also this thing to do now. And I could have probably fixed the befriending the communists here. This also fixes problems significantly, though. Let's see. We get very stuck in this tile. It must have terrible modifiers. Either way, having Bulgaria, I think is great in general. So probably what I'm showing here is most likely to go to be the direction we go for in the end. Of course, with optimizations in all of these parts, but yeah.
Παράγγελμα! Στοιχηθείτε! Διατάξτε!
For the war on Turkey, I want to check several things. By the way, can we join the Axis, or when can we join the Axis? And what about the spy? That's another thing we want to know. We're never going to cross if they have so many divisions there, so that's not ideal. We need to play it around it again.
Διατάξτε! Μάλιστα, νικητά! Στοιχηθείτε! Ακούστε!
Come on.
Διαταγές!
Maybe now Germany would like us in the faction? No, definitely not. Okay. So will we be able to join Germany only after we declare war on the Allies, which would be fine, because not obviously by this time I would assume we would have Turkey under our control if we optimize this. We probably would be able to invade nationally Spain, and then we would be able to declare war on the Allies and join Germany without issues. So it seems totally fine. Yeah, I forgot about Romania. Yeah, maybe then the timing is a bit tight, but as long as Italy doesn't declare war on us, we should be fine. And Romania should not join the Allies, or will they join the Allies? I mean, technically they might join the Allies. Because the war tension is high enough. So I don't know if Romania joins the allies. That's a big question. Maybe if we join the Axis, it's actually more likely to happen. Well, I guess our questions are answered now. Easily. Yeah, okay. That's a bit of a problem. No, they can. Why wouldn't they? I mean, they don't do it with Italy. In my Italy run, they shouldn't be able to do it because the war tension is lower and because they are not democratic. Why are they democratic? Are they not supposed to be non-aligned though? Or do they turn back? Oh, wait. There's something. I'm a bit confused. Isn't Romania supposed to be non-aligned? No, not fascist yet. I don't think they're supposed to be fascist yet. I don't know. But this is a bit weird, isn't it? I don't know. This is something, because we did reload a lot. I don't know. Maybe something messed them up. I'm not entirely sure they should be democratic. The problem is with 60% war tension, they can still join the allies even as non-aligned, I think. No, the other option, of course, is to focus on Romania first, because Turkey cannot join. I'm pretty sure Turkey cannot join the allies. Let me check. No, they can. They can. Yeah, they can. Why though? Don't they have some kind of limitations? They don't anymore. Technically they can now. I don't know if they will or they would. By the way, at this point though, we could definitely also join the Axis. But that's not ideal, because if we want to expand a bit more, other than of course taking down Turkey and Romania before the allies, I would also like to get to Spain before the allies. So we would ideally be out of this war by now. Timing is going to be a bit tough, a bit tight here though. Also, let me check one more thing. Is it true that Romania does not defend its border? Let me see. But this way Turkey joins the allies, and that's okay. Maybe it's not true, maybe not in this case. Maybe here they do defend it. Not entirely sure, to be honest, though. Let's see. No, they don't. Okay. Yeah, so this Bulgaria thing is going to be amazing. At some point they do defend, of course, but not right away, which gives you a big opportunity. Yeah, okay. So Bulgaria into Romania, there is a pretty decent chance, I would say. So maybe we just puppet Bulgaria. We keep some defensive divisions here to hold off onto Turkey. I don't know if we should give up on these islands or not. But yeah, maybe we can give up on these islands. That's something we can check. In any case, we had at least before we messed everything up, we had a big abundance of guns, so we can probably have enough guns for the manpower is the biggest issue though in terms of units. But we can have more specialized ones. Line artillery also really helps with manpower. So definitely less infantry, more line artillery mountaineers, more defensive divisions. Defensive divisions to hold this front, defensive divisions maybe to hold these islands if possible, if not it's okay. With the navy there, they get the bombardment bonus, so the Turkish will attack us here and here. Then we take Bulgaria, then we take Romania. Then hopefully we take Turkey before they join the allies or without them joining the allies. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but you see the option. Let me see the last time the chat before we stop for the day. If you could only change one thing with HOI4, what would it be? Wow, that's a difficult question. I would bring the game back to before no compromise, no surrender, but keeping the doctrines. But I'm okay with not keeping the doctrines. Just give me back the game before no compromise, no surrender. Why does the soldier keep talking about stinky feet? You're supposed to be faster online. Maybe since you declared I can't do focuses in Romania, Turkey can be later, so maybe better than demolish Turkey units and you can push set garrison. Yeah, I'm pretty sure for Turkey specifically, yes, but Romania is certainly more likely to join the allies than Turkey. I don't know exactly what's happening with Turkey, but I don't think Turkey usually joins the allies this early. We need to check that, but if we can take down Romania first, it's better. Now, we can speed this up a little bit more if we don't go down to what? This one. We got this one too. So, and even free trade we can skip. It's another 70 days, so we could be about 70 days faster if we only go down to the first set of meals. That's also an option. We need to check, now the balance is somewhere in here. We need to check exactly what happens in terms of equipping our divisions, because starting the war a bit later but with better divisions may be better than starting it earlier but with unprepared divisions. To take down Romania, we would need some very good mountaineers, for sure. And probably at least 12 defensive divisions. So say that instead of having the offensive, we rely entirely on the mountaineers to push. 6, that's 6. That's a bit too little, probably. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure here. Let's see if we can... Oh, but this is a nice width. So we could try to do something like this. 6 Alpini divisions like these, and then 24, ideally, defensive divisions. I don't know if we have the manpower for it, but we can try. With 12 defending this area and 12 following us in Romania. All of them equipped with the SPAA, which in this case we're not building because we didn't research anything. I am assuming my dockyards were there. Maybe some of them. Let's see. As Romania and Turkey don't join the same faction until after the allies join, you could cap them outright. Yeah, that is true. Before joining the allies, those are separate peace conferences, but having the peace conference on Turkey is known to sometimes trigger Romania to join the allies, so I think capping Romania first would be better, in principle. Yeah, boys, I think we got enough intel for the day, and it's, as you can see from my face, it's getting dark. So enough Greece for the day. Thank you all for watching. I will, I don't know, maybe I'll work on it a bit more by myself, but then we can have another stream next time in, I don't know if tomorrow or in a couple of days, where we continue working on the optimization of this precise path. The rest of it seems clear, more or less clear, but yeah, still some work to do. Boys, thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.